Adopting is something that we always wanted to do. From the time we first got married, we had looked into several domestic situations, but they didn't work out for one reason or another. That's when we found out about Paul. Through a lady who was helping us to locate children who were eligible for adoption, she called us and told us about Paul, told us he was ready to be adopted, and that he was in Lubbock, Texas. And the funny thing was that the agency who had Paul was in Lubbock, Texas, but Paul was actually in Russia.
Well, initially we thought, no, we're not going to Siberia. That was not our plan. And we thought about it, we prayed about it, and we cried about it, and we decided that yes, we can get him from Siberia. It wasn't in our original plan to go international, but when we heard about him and his situation, we decided that we would. We knew that we wanted a child that had special needs, that we could do something for this child that maybe another family could not do. And so that was really what compelled us to go across the world to get him. The first time we laid eyes on him in the orphanage was when he was sitting down eating a meal, and I sat down beside him and just started tickling him a little bit, and he had a piece of bread in his hand and started hitting my hand with it, and I turned that into a little game, and he was laughing, I was laughing, and I just knew right away this was a child we were going to take home. When we brought him home, it was pure joy. He was very happy, he adjusted to us very well, he played all the time, he ate everything we put in front of him, he slept all through the night. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better child this first month that we've had him. We knew very little about cleft lip, cleft palate, so the first thing we did was started researching what this entailed for us, and would we be able to take care of all of his needs. And the more we learned about it, the more we decided, yes, this is something we can handle, we can do this, and we can help him.
We knew that we had access to talented physicians in this country who could repair his lip. We knew that we had the time and the resources to give him every chance that he needed in order to recover from his condition and live a normal, happy life.
We have some friends in Dallas who actually used Dr. Kirchner for their son, and she told us we would be making a mistake not to go to Dr. Kirchner. And so she sold him to us pretty much. And though we live in Dallas that's full of doctors, we knew that she was convinced he was the best, and therefore we wanted the best for our son too.
We had a telephone appointment with Dr. Kirchner, I believe before we made our first trip to Russia, to ask him about what to expect in terms of treatment and recovery time and anything that we should be aware to be looking for when we made our visit. And he spoke with us for almost an hour on the phone. And what impressed me the most was his patience with our questions, but his professionalism. And not only that, but he really seemed to take an interest in this child in particular, and in what we were doing and in wanting us to make a good decision.
I know he's a surgeon and a busy man, and yet he took time to talk to me, who he's never met before. Dr. Kirchner even wrote some letters for us to help us to get Paul into this country, and we were so impressed that he would do that, even though he's never met us or met Paul.
After speaking with Dr. Kirchner, we didn't make any more phone calls. Wendy and I talked afterwards, and we knew that we were coming to Nationwide Children's Hospital.
To know that I can travel a couple hours on a plane and be at Nationwide Children's Hospital with one of the best surgeons in our country, we just feel tremendously blessed that we can do this. And to know that Paul is going to have every chance for success in his life is all that we can ask for as parents.